Welcome into the Gridiron Now studios. I'm Amanda Borges here with Frank Frangie. Frank, let's talk Gators. How do you think Treon Harris played?
You know, I thought Treon played about as well as he could. I thought he did some things he was coached to do. When something wasn't there, he got out and ran. Yet he slid. He avoided contact, which was smart. There's no other quarterbacks left that could replace him. What he didn't do very well is at the end of the game, when there's no more moving pockets, when there's no play action, when you've got to throw the football, he's not as good as Will Grier. He finished the game 2 of 12. He just doesn't throw on time. He doesn't anticipate throws, and he's not as accurate. But I agree with what Jim McElwain said. He played his tail off. He battled. He just isn't as good a passer as Will Grier, and I think that affected the outcome of the game.
Is the quarterback spot the only issue or the biggest issue on the Gators offense?
Yeah, no, it's not the only issue. It may be the biggest one, but it's not the only issue by a wide margin. I thought they really got beat up front. Didn't run the ball at all. No rushing yards to speak of. The second thing is they got to find more running backs. They brought in Jordan Scarlett in an important fourth down play, and he made the first down. Man, he's quick, but they don't play him very much. I think they've got to find some other running backs to give Kelvin Taylor a rest so he's fresh. You need fresh legs at that spot. So they lost the line of scrimmage. The offensive line has got to play better. They made the change, put Martez Ivey in the starting lineup at left guard, moved Thurman to right guard, and replaced Riles, but I don't think that was enough.
Well, let's look at the other side of the ball. How would you assess the Gators defensively?
You know, everyone beats up the defensive backs for getting beat on those individual battles. Florida had no pass rush. You've got to get to the passer. Now, I credit Leonard Fournette for a lot of that. They were so worried about Fournette breaking big runs. They were tentative in their rushing. I thought they were afraid to blitz. But you got to get a little bit of a pass rush. And I thought the biggest play of the game was at the end of the half when Florida had closed it to 21-14. They missed the sack. They let Brandon Harris scramble out of there, and then he makes the scramble play for the touchdown where May got turned around. So I think as much as the secondary has been beaten up, and probably rightfully so, they've got to get a better pass rush.
All right, here's the big question. Are the Gators still in the driver's seat in the East?
Without a doubt. They certainly are. They beat Georgia, they probably win it. I don't think South Carolina can beat them this year. I don't think Vanderbilt can beat them this year. So they've got to beat Georgia. But remember, you throw a lot of stuff out when those two teams play. Georgia's struggling right now, and I think Florida will probably be favored. Both are off this week, so nobody plays until they play each other. I think Florida will probably be favored in the game. But yeah, they're in the driver's seat, but they've got to win that game. Though it'll come down to that. Now, they could get a reprieve. They could lose to Georgia, and Georgia could still lose at Auburn. But you don't want to worry about that. If you're Florida, take care of business and win it. Yeah, I think they're going to win the East.
All right, that's a wrap. For more on the SEC, visit gridironnow.com. We'll see you next time.